Ali's our young MMA prospect. He's been training with me since he was 11 years of age. And now, at 15, he's embarking on starting his career in MMA. In fact, we're looking at putting him into a fight in June. So this is a simple training session where I thought I'd break down how we train and how we prepare. Most importantly, what I do with my guys to improve their mental mindset for fighting. So keep watching. So we start off, as per usual, feeling out the distance. What I'm looking at with Ali really is just his ability to control the distance and how he's moving. So I'm feeling it out a little bit, throwing a few jabs just to see how he controls or deals with that, see if he reacts against it. Just trying to get a good feel. Switching the shoulders is a good little tactic that I try to use. So I roll the shoulders one way and then fire the punch. The reason why that tends to work quite well is because people read the shoulders, but because I don't prime the fist back or the glove back, I can fire that off quite quickly. So I'm trying to get Ali used to using that tactic, but seeing it as well so he doesn't get caught out with it. And he's picking it up quite well. So one of the things I work a lot on is this rising hammer fist. It comes from Wing Chun, actually. It's a swinging fist that comes up. It tends to catch a lot of orthodox boxers quite well because it comes up through the center as opposed to coming slightly around. And there you go. Ali tries it back on me again. And I'm a little bit wise to it because obviously I'm setting it up. I'm still trying to play with the shoulders there, just trying to get him to read the shoulders and then throw him off a little bit. But he's not silly. So it's supposed to be boxing, but he's decided to go in for clinching at this stage, which, how shall I put it, which wasn't really on the agenda. We were just going to literally work a little bit of distance, countering and stepping off to the side. But Ali decides to switch it up and go for the body lock. Now, from this position here, he's not expecting this because we just started off originally on just working boxing only, and that was the plan. So now we've obviously switched into grappling, naturally flowed into it. So we're back up on the feet. So at this stage, when I'm usually sparring with my guys, I'm watching them, I'm trying to read them, and I can see that he's tiring a little. He's gassing and he's breathing out quite hard from his gum shield. So you can see, look, his shoulders are rising and you can see it on his face. So now I'm pressing forward. Because what I want him to do is I want him to start thinking about this as a fight. And because it's a fight, he can't gas out. He can't be distracted by the fact that, and look, he's 15 years old. He should have cardio for days at the end of the day. There's no excuse, really. He's fighting an old man like me. And one of the things he shouldn't be doing is gassing out. So that's where I'm going to start putting pressure on him. So for me, the fight often is a psychological fight. So when I'm training my guys, I'm usually try to toughen their mindset. Technique's important, but for me, mindset's more important, much more important. It's always a deep water sailing for me. I try to get the guys to a point where I can get them to work on literally being in a deep water situation where they can't breathe, where they're struggling. And really from that point onwards, it's just a case of trying to push them further. It does develop mindset. It does develop fighters. And we've done quite well with that with our fight team. Now, one of the things I'd spend a lot of time on is mindset training with my guys. We do it from lots of different perspectives, but always in combat. In MMA especially, mindset and fight psychology is really important. In fact, it can often be the main decider in a fight. Think about it. You're trapped in a mount, someone's on top of you punching your face in. What's the first thing to go? It's your mind. So I spend a lot of time working with my guys on this. One of the things I look for is when they get tired. So I try to press them a little bit. And when they do get tired, that's when we start to work on the psychological game of fighting. So the takeaway is keep your mind sharp. Try to push yourselves to deep waters. Try not to have any distractions. Try not to think about you want to get a drink. Think about taking time out. Thinking about being tired. Try to clear your mind, put yourselves in the zone of fighting. Most importantly, don't accept your weaknesses. Thinking you need a 5-minute break just to get some water is a weakness. Don't step out of the ring for that. Almost certainly don't stop on the mats. And certainly never, ever tap if you're not being submitted. Because if you're not being attacked and you're not in trouble, but you're out of breath and you're giving up simply because you're out of breath, then that's a weakness in your mind, not in your fight game. So the psychology of fighting, well, you develop that mostly in the training. You develop that mostly on the mats, in your training sessions. Hopefully this has been some use to you. Thanks for watching.